Hi guys, here's a great idea for a mince hot pot, proper comfort food. It's a great way of using up veg and to get more veg into your diet. Especially days like these when we're indoors and we need more nutrients and vitamins, keep us nice and healthy. So I've got some potatoes, and what I've done is I've just sliced them really fine using a knife, so you can see here. And then we've got some onions, carrots, parsnips, turnip, and you can swap in and swap out whatever veg you've got. I'm using a couple of beef stock cubes, bay leaves, and of course, because we're in Yorkshire, Henderson's relish. You can use Worcester sauce as well. So guys, let's get on and do a bit of cooking. So into the pan guys, we've got some olive oil there, and I'm just going to pop in my onions and I'm going to start to cook them down. Now I want to get a little bit of flavour into them, so when they start to release their own natural sugars, we'll start to caramelise them a little bit, and it's just going to add a bit of depth of flavour to the onions. So have a look now guys, you can just see that they're starting to take on a little bit of colour, the onions, just caramelising down slightly. So I'm going to add in all my veg. Give that a good stir up, and then I'll just cook this down just till it starts to soften. So if you can see guys, I've just added some smoked bacon into the pan as well, and there's a little bit of fat in there. So having a little bit of fat in your diet is good for you, it protects your organs, so don't be too afraid. But obviously we try to go for lean where we can, but that's just going to add a nice little bit of smokiness to the vegetables as well. Just add a bit more depth and a bit more flavour. You don't have to put it in if you don't want to. If you haven't got any, that's perfectly fine, but it's just using up what you've got. So guys, back into the pan, and you can see now all I've done is I've added the mince in, and then I've basically just cooked it down so it's all brown throughout. And then I added a couple of tablespoons of plain flour, stirred that around, cooked it off for a minute or so, and then I just added in my stock. So there's a couple of beef stock cubes in there, and just topped it up with water. Popped a couple of nice bay leaves in, and then I'm just going to let that cook down. And then basically I'm going to add in some pulses as well. So it's a different form of protein, so it's just mixing the animal and vegetable protein, and it's also just going to bulk it out, so it'll go a little bit further as well. So there you go guys, so there's the base of our hot pot, and I've just popped that into a big roasting tray, and then I'm going to add on the potatoes. And there it is guys, laid up, so it's got the potatoes on, and I've just put some knobs of butter and some thyme and just seasoned the top. Done an extra one there for the guys as well, so we'll pop them in the oven. So guys, I've just taken them out of the oven, and as you can see, the gravy started to bubble up a little bit. I've taken the foil off, and I'm going to pop them back in the oven for about 30 minutes on quite a high temperature, about 200, 220, and that's just going to crisp them up. And it's out guys, look at that. Crispy, golden potatoes, lovely gravy in there, delicious.